Here we are with Sam from... This is Sam, if you didn't know. You may have seen him in previous videos, such as Master of Puppies visits from Sam earlier this year. K9. Yeah, he was here. So YouTube, check it out if you haven't seen it. We're here today. What are we doing?
Getting ready for the seminar, bright and early, organising what we're going to teach, what we're going to talk about, getting some equipment ready, doing all the final rehearsals and planning.
Going through the science of modern canine training with myself and Sam. What are we going to be teaching?
Everything. Everything's from the basics of some dog psychology and theory, all the way to teaching some basic behaviours, trying to get the dogs here motivated and do some more things that are usually outside of their spectrum. So yeah, we'll see how we go.
Bit of marker training, bit of luring, bit of toy play, bit of bite work, all that sort of stuff that goes with it. So something new. A whole heap of people are rocking up already. So yeah, it's going to be a big one. Lots of people. Happy with that? Are you nervous? Are you nervous?
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm not nervous. Are you nervous?
Always nervous.
All right, well, let's get the show on the road.
Let's do it. If you're not prepared for that and you're looking this way and someone's staring at your dog like this, which they do very frequently, I'm sure you've experienced it.
Gab's a German Shepherd, said it's too much for their handlers. It's like, oh yeah, okay, we'll give it a try and see how it went. And we just had a little meeting and go, guys, let's just put a little bit more pressure on this dog than we normally would because we're sick of getting these dogs.
Yep, perfect. What plan would you put in here? This is just the way that I use it to explain to people. What you're doing here is getting off this.
Very much get involved with it and a lot of confusion. I've got a lot of that now. Alright, so the first thing we need to do before we start doing any marker training is make sure that you're prepared. Alright, make sure you have your clicker on or your group out ready and so forth. Again, I've taught him if he does not work for this, alright, and he starts to take me off, alright, then I'm just going to stop and I'm just put him away. Alright, you may or may not get fed. Just let him wander off. So this is what we're after, alright? The big thing that we're after when we're training our dog obviously is engagement, yeah? Alright, so obviously just proving the point, yeah. So you can get him distracted and we'll leave that situation. Alright, yeah, dog get out of the shit now. Alright, so she's 7 months, but the dog has an understanding of what that quick means. Quick is meaning food. We'll go into it out a little bit more in depth tomorrow. It's very much relatable and close to people as well. So I need Ella, I need Sierra, I need, where's my other guys? Dylan, and I need Emma, front and center up here, then along here. Alright, so for you guys that don't know, these are some of my trainers. They're working in the daycare. They've been working their ass off for the last, I don't even know how long, over a year, some of you guys. Just up and down with working, understanding and becoming trainers themselves. So they've been putting lots and lots of time in and I really appreciate what they've done. So today, I don't know if they knew or not, but we're going to be qualifying them and they're going to become fully qualified Master of Puppies trainers from today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get their little certificates and stuff like that, and then I will read them out. So who do we have here? Emma.
Hey.
Oh, here we go. It is obviously an honour to do this to my guys. Every time that we do this, it can be a little bit emotional at times, but I know how hard these guys have put in. It's sort of like my children. I spent many hours with these guys. Even some of these guys were here yesterday. I didn't even know they were here cleaning this place, setting it up for you guys, making sure it's nice and clean.
How clean is it?
This is on behalf of myself, Taya, she's here somewhere, that's my partner, and obviously all my other trainers. So Bree, Jamie and Adam. They've been putting in a bit of time with these guys as well, getting them on the road with them, helping them through the process as well. So it is a pretty big deal, and I've been smashing these guys because I only want the best for this business. So this is them right there. So let me just read through this. So Master of Puppies proudly presents to all four of them. All right, Emma, Dylan, Sierra, and Ella. In testament to your remarkable proficiency in practical canine behaviour and psychology, problem-solving and reward-based dog handling techniques, your ability to maintain high levels of professionalism while demonstrating empathy, I thought that last time, for the subject matter is exceptional. So, here's Dave, come out. Alright, so it's a big deal for her as well. Because she's going to be dealing with these guys a lot very soon, right? Cool, so I'd like to put our hands together and congratulate these guys. So, good job. Alright, now we've got we'll be up and road. Too many speeches, at least I'd be out on the road. I've hardened them up as best as I could. Now it's up to you guys to go out there and smash it. So thanks very much, guys. Appreciate it. Thank you again. Thanks, guys. I'll see you guys in the park, and I'll see you guys in the morning. Thank you very much.
What the game will look like is I'll say the dog's name, give the dog a recall command, and then I'll mark the dog when the dog does what it is. Simple as that. That's all it needs to be in the early stages. After that, we'll start doing things a bit different. But for me, I'm just going to keep the dog on me for a moment. Now, you know the body's got food, and he's very resistant to what it's like there. So what I'll do is I'll have a natural distraction now that's sort of created. So food comes. And now, don't hold me. And what am I doing now by stopping the game as well? IDP, formerly known as IPO, in other countries, mainly Germany, it's known as Schulzen, right? So it's probably the biggest dog sport in Australia at the moment. There's 20 clubs around the country, organisations that have going. If I had a really good position, say, he's in a down position, and I want to give him a terminal marker. You could have this as a centre point in the kitchen, the lounge room. I mean, I don't promote you doing high activity things, but if you would have this in the backyard or the back porch or something, put this in there, you can go through. So rather than hide something behind the car, and go, terminating out of the position, start there, and then I can work on bringing him back into that position again. Maybe that's something I need to work on, is something him coming in, flipping around with the heel, and instead of me clicking every time and producing it here, I have the ability to do this now. Because he's a puppy, and this is one of his first times doing it, all I'm doing is feeding him out of the box. He doesn't know why he's getting fed, but he's like, look, I'm going to start to feed the dog. Give me more food. I don't want to pay this. I never want to teach the dog to be destructive here, and it comes important in a minute. The problem with it is, and I have to be very careful, if he's being destructive to it and I'm paying, what does that teach you? Be more destructive, because that's how the machine, the vending machine works. You straight in, the food comes out. The same happens if you're trying to, if he's being destructive and I click, what else am I doing? I'm reinforcing him again, and then he's more likely to be like, alright, so I just have to let it extend. All your dogs will go through a phase of trying to destroy your manners minds. You'll probably go through 2 manners minds. If you have a dog like this or a spicy girl, you might have the same problem. But once again, what do you have to have loaded in your dogs first before we go to this? This is pretty basic stuff, right? You need to have charge marker. What else do you need to have? You have to have a basic understanding of the game I want to teach you to play first. Because my major outcome for this is teaching him an external reinforcer. I can't reinforce him to something if he doesn't know what he's getting reinforced for. So I need to have something that's known, something else that's known, and then now I create something that's unknown to him. And that's what the problem is of this like almost lost in space moment where he's like, what is sort of going on here? What am I trying to figure out? And he comes over here and he doesn't get paid. He comes over here and he gets paid. It's like this magical, button, press something, and then I get paid from these two variability options, right? So you need to have known conditioned markers. You need to have a known conditioned behaviour that you can teach first. I like to teach this one because it gets the dog out and away from me and makes them independent, and it makes them problem solve on their own, and they can't cue off me. I can't be like, hey, go, check that thing out. And then he goes, okay, yeah, good pick. And he's like, you sort of told me what to do without really telling me what to do. While Ben's walking around, you'll see he and I both have complete or retractable leads. Anything in the wrong hand can do a lot of damage to the dog and to people. But doesn't mean that you should demonise the tool. It just means that you should use it for its appropriate application at the appropriate time with the appropriate training, right? There's a lot of people out there, like I said, that don't like these. I personally do. I just use it in a different context. I use it here. I don't walk my dog down to the beach with it, let him go and annoy everyone else and get tangled up around trees. If you want to get one, you can go get one. Like I said, you can buy all this stuff on Amazon or online or wherever you need to buy it. Use it if you need to use it. If you don't need to use it, you can just use a normal fixed long line like I was using before as well. You just have to learn to rope it in and rope it out and you go. Cool with that? So, tools. Now the dog, that's what I mean, this is what I mean by the dog can get locked into you when you pay the dog a lot. The dog's like, I don't want to look for other things to do because you've always been the source of my payment, you've always been the source of my behaviour, you've always taught me to walk next to your leg and look at you, looking all pretty and things. Why should I do anything else out there? That's the response you want from the market.
Good answer.
I'll just sit this over here and I'll bring you the one.
That's why I asked the question.
No, that's alright. So, top one, push it. That one does that one. Alright, give her a second. Oh, that's alright. This is the self-discovery part, right? This is introducing the scientific thing without space. That's not a bad thing. I like this. Slowly getting the dog more conditioned to it. Don't, wishy-washy around and be like, oh no, he finally did it, I guess. Like, no, he went through a moment of struggle. He went through a moment of hardship of trying to figure it out. Reward him for it so he's clear in the future. The reps you do now are the predictors for what happens in the future. Good job. So it probably won't be a very hard learning curve for the dogs. There's a lot of protocols already in place. There's a lot of reward systems already there. You can see the dog's already working with some form of e-collar, so the dog understands pressure of some sort. Now it's just a moment of trying to, push those types of tools into a different area to try to get a different outcome. Dog's sort of searching, not really sure, having a bit of a sniff. There's been a lot of dogs in here today as well, so dog sniffing the ground is pretty normal. Curiosity. There's a little yellow ball over there. She could probably pick the smell of that. Nice. Sort of consciously walked over to it then. Dan decided to reinforce. Nothing wrong with that at all. Perfect. When it comes to the box, for a dog, this dog has seen this box a couple of times in its life, and that's why we're showing it to you today. Because we don't have a lot of time, we won't be able to run all the dogs through this today. So we're just going to sort of show you a quick demo, show you the levels that you can get to, even with a young puppy, and how that will help set the dog up for its future later on in life. One of the key ways you do it at the start is very simply, just like we explained it with the treat train there, we just try to build value in whatever it is. So I just couple of pieces in there. This dog does a little bunny hop and he jumps himself in there. What I want to do now is that I can be on lead or off lead. I like to be on lead, and I just simply drip food in here intermittently at the start. So he gets all the way in there, right? So this box is designed for obviously a big adult dog. Doesn't mean the puppy can't manipulate it the best he can. Part of the struggle of the dog is actually being able to navigate the box. So if you've got an overly large dog and you don't have a very large box, part of the struggle the dog has to go through to get that, you're just going to keep doing circles in here too, is the fact, I'm going to trick him and put it behind you, is the fact that the dog getting in the box in itself is something challenging. So all I'm doing here is every time the dog is giving me some form of commitment and motivation to stay in the box and he's giving me these moments of looking, I just drip a little piece of food in here at a time. Why this is important is, one, I want to teach the dog that while he keeps his head down and in the box, it's going to continue to rain kibble for him. Once again, keeping in mind of all the other things, the bell curve, the satiation, however much it is. I've only got 1 or 2 bits in here at a time, right? You can sort of see, if I keep up the rate and I increase my rate in reinforcement, he starts to become a little bit frenzied. He's like starting to worry about where all the food is. The other thing you can do is dogs that are a little bit resource guardy, you can start to feed them through here. If a dog's a bit scared of thunder, you can start to do this. But the way we do it is that you try to, as best you can, set the dog up for success. And the way I say that is that you increase a level of stimulus to the dog that might be uncomfortable. When the dog fights through that stimulus and then recovers from it, you reward the dog. So if I'm trying to use a dog that doesn't like leash pressure, might turn around and strike at a hammer, I apply leash pressure comes off, I apply food. Does that make sense? So if I was to have, say, a bin lid be smashed around, which we'll do soon, the bin lid gets smashed, the pressure goes off, the dog recovers, I reinforce the dog's good behaviour to stay in the box. Sound of thunder to announce that the food's coming? Yes, but you don't want to poison it. You don't want the dog to associate food with some form of negative stimulus, because if something can work one direction, it means it can move backwards on the other direction. You don't want the dog to be like, food means thunder's coming, right? It's not what you want. You want the dog to associate food, like thunder, it's not a big deal. I'm pretty calm because I'm happy to be here. You have to be careful with your timing on certain things. A bit of simulated gunfire. So if you think of it, you're on the army range somewhere, you shoot your guns, there's a bunch of dogs in the background. I'm very confidently in the background all the time, standing here with my dog like this, just feeding my dog while he's in the box. It's a bit dark in the box, but it's just showing you another level of certain things, right? A bit of leash pressure while I'm in here. Okay. So I'm starting to layer stressors over the top of each other. There's a lot going on now for a little dog. Bit of leash pressure again. Gonna fight for it. So, gonna go with a little bit of bitework this afternoon. It's known as a bunch of different terminologies throughout the dog training industry, and depending what sport you do, they have different names for it. I like to just call it bitework because most of the time, unless I'm doing it for a very serious dog for a very serious reason where I want the dog to bite someone for real for their job, I'm literally just doing this as a game to teach the dog to bite and grip and have a bit of fun and fight someone, right? So, not trying to teach your dog to walk down the street like I explained yesterday and just start eyeing off everyone and going, who is next? Someone comes out of the bush and agitates the dog and the world's going to turn on. We don't want that at all, right? So even the way I work puppies, I'll do a lot more prey guarding and like sort of possession games with them more than I'll do something serious. So like I really want to instill in the dog that like, I want to kind of hurt you, break you. And I don't want to do that. I don't want to be responsible for your dog having bad behaviours as a result of me having 2 minutes of like, hey, you're a jerk. So I'm very cautious of what I do and how I do it. So same when Ben's dog comes out. Ben's dog's beaten a bunch of people before, bitten equipment and this and that, but I still bring it out. I'll be in my suit pants and we'll talk about the equipment. So I just slide this on here and it covers my left bicep. And now everything else can still move as freely within the suit, but I'm not stuck like this. If I have a dog, maybe Ben's dog, I'm not real sure how the dog bites or if it has a preference of an arm because he's not super down that hole just yet, I might actually put double protection and do something like this. There was a dog in Sydney that actually had people had to use 2 of those on the one arm, an Alsatian dog, because he would bite that hard and he had a big head. So I put these on, these go underneath the suit. When you wear a bite suit, you are naturally going to get very hot and very sweaty, and it sucks. So when when I come out, or you see people on the TV or YouTube videos and they come out and they're like, "Grrr," trying to do the thing. Probably the best they can do. It's pretty hard to wear a suit. If you've ever worn one before, anyone besides, well, you'll understand that and you'll have an appreciation for it. So what we're going to do, going to get Ben's dog to come out. I'm going to put the bottom half of the suit on for now. After I work the dog on this for a little bit, I get an appreciation of how the dog works. I'll put on the jacket, I'll take a bite from the dog, show you guys how the dog works a little bit, might do a little drop lead, take a catch from the dog, and we'll sort of finish it there. Might get another dog out as well. And then we might give you guys an opportunity to put the suit on if you wish. Completely voluntarily, I'm not going to force anyone to do it. This is a risk, right? You have to understand that whenever you do any form of bite work, there is an inherent risk that you may get injured, hence why I wear these stupid things. If this was like a military working dog or a police dog or something like that, and I was worried that the dog might know who I am, I would probably not get dressed in front of the dog. In fact, I just wouldn't. Now I can start to apply a little bit of pressure, bit by bit. That's how I know the dog prefers to tell me it's not comfortable, right? I've tested it here. I've tested it here. Maybe I spoke again. Pretty good stuff in either. Oh, good. So now, thanks God, technically we want to be better excited about right. I've never taken this dog on a bite. These will be interesting. Oh, good. So I'm helping the dog as much as I can. I'm coming down to give the dog a bit of comfort, slowly bringing her feet onto me so she can get purchased. Good. Standing back out for tension. Come back in. Oh, good girl. Back out. Back in. Good. Good girl. We're gonna just pull her off here and then out her and then talk about it. So this dog's a young dog, and I'm gonna try to flirt with the dog a little bit. Yeah. I'll flirt with the dog a little bit here to bring out the behaviours I want the dog to show later on. So in the sport, the dog has to do a bark and hold, where it comes up to someone who's standing there with a piece of equipment like this and bark at the person constantly until Charlie arrives and tells the dog to do something else, right? So what I'm going to do here is go, hey! Oh! 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 I'm going to flirt with it a little bit, come back, run a little bit. Young, lots of spatial pressure. Oh, God. Oh, good. If you want this, you've got to bite it harder. Oh. So flirting with it here. How bad do you want it? Because when you bite it, if you don't bite hard, I'll steal it again, right? Oh, that's pathetic. But what I'll do, I'll change my tack. What about this one? Oh, I'm going to get a bit of fight out of him here. A bit of fight, and then you're going to bring some pressure inwards to me. Oh, yeah, bring it. Come. And when I get a counter out of him that's not this, and a bit more, oh, that's when I let him win. So I'm trying to communicate with him, right? Keep the dog excited. Keep the dog in the moment. Oh, you're so tough. So all we're doing here is giving the dog an outlet, right? So just a bit of miscalculation. We're still going to get it with things. I come in, I take the pressure off, and I'm like, bite this better. Don't make it come. I want to make sure that he knows he's allowed to bite it. And then 3, 2, 1, go back. Good man. Another one. Good. Shoes, getting in and out of bite suits are actually important. I didn't think so for so long, and then trying to put on shoes while you're in a big Michelin thing and trying to do your shoelace up like this. It's stupid, don't do it. Get yourself a set of shoes with speed lace. Recommend it. Perfect. Good. In. Good. That's good. See if it's on this. It's nice flat. Good.
Have you ever done bite suit before?
Nope.
Oh, this is gonna be cool.
I'm gonna die.
Now Bella's gonna have to get into this disgusting, sweat-filled bite suit.
I'm wearing leggings. So.
Alright, there you go. Wait till you put on the bite suit then.
How was it?
It's great.
Looked pretty intense.
Yeah, you can see the commitment. And
Any sore spots after that?
luckily, no.
You got,
Still feel it, but no, nothing too sore.
you reckon you try it again?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Alright. Come this way.
Wait for the dog, we're going to repeat the dog, right? Out, back, one more, out. Good. And wide. The best experience, you know, to come in and go slide the net there. Good. Out.
My wrist hurts.
Yes, let's see. Oh, you got a nice bruise forming there.
Yeah.
Did you feel pretty confident going into it? Yeah. You think you'll do it again?
I was scared first. I was like, ah.
Can I have a half hand? Oh, the sore hand too. Nice. Anything to say to the camera about that?
Not really.
Yep.
It was fun.
How old are you again?
12.
Boss bitch. Nice. Good now. It's looking good. How you feel?
Good shot.
Yeah. How's your arm? Any punctures?
No, it was actually
Nice.
fine.
Is your first time doing bitework?
Mm-hmm.
Love that. Love that. Killed it.
So same as what we were doing before, same as what we were doing before.
We're starting our dogs.
See what I mean? Good.
Keep taking
I can feel them shoot fucking teeth. Felt a lot of teeth.
Good. So you see how he's watching the timing there? The dog is coming out. Back, pretty forward. Good. Then it's forward. And he shakes. Ah, good man. Out. Nah, that's okay. Yeah, that's alright. It's just him. He's just wanting to get a bit more of it.
Fun that.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. Good thing today is that everyone seemed like they had a bit of fun with it. You get a bit of appreciation for it as well. Hopefully you got a few extra marks on the inside of your arm so you can take away a little memento and a bit of memory with it. But overall, I think you all did a really good job, and I hope you got to have a bit of an experience of like another part of what dog training can be, if that is something that interests you. Like I said before, there's a bunch of different sports available to you in Australia. If this is something that you want to pursue, and this is something that you think might be of interest to you and your dog. Maybe not this dog, maybe it's a future dog, but at least you know that it's available to you now, and this is something that you can do in the meantime.
Sadly, it's coming to an end. Big 2 days for everyone. I know there's lots of information that's been chucked your way, even an overload. I remember the few seminars that I've been to as well, and the stuff that I've learned in the army as well. It's a lot to take in, and don't expect to understand it all straight away. I want to say a massive thanks to Sam. Without him, like this seminar wouldn't be where it was at. So I want everyone to just give Sam a bit of a round of applause. It means a lot for, like I've known Sam for a while now, but it really means a lot to Sam to come up all this way, to come put on a seminar with us. And I hope you guys got a lot out of it, because I definitely did as well. So like to give Sam a little something. Generally in the army we give each other plants and coins and all this sort of stuff, but this is all. So finally you've got your own shirt. Official. So there's your hat, brother. There's your shirt.
Master of Puppies.
Wear it with pride.
I will, all the time.
No worries.
Thanks, Ryan.
Appreciate it. So again, thanks very much, guys. If you guys have any questions, feel free to come see us after this. I'm sure there'll be a few. We're going to be here for a little while, so happy for you to hang around. There's still heaps of milk and coffee there. So take some of it if you want to, because I don't want you to take on that sort of stuff home, right? Again, thank you very much for choosing to come to this seminar in particular. We weren't really sure how it was going to pan out, but it's really nice meeting the people that I've never met before, some of the people that we work with already, and seeing how even some of your dogs have progressed in such a small amount of time. All right, so thank you very much, appreciate it, and see you guys in the future.
What's your fingers?
After you're done talking shit, you want to talk to the camera?
Talk Yeah, talk What's your fingers?
Pretty good there. How did you like the workshop and the seminar?
Absolutely fabulous.
Yes, take a little away from it.
Oh, so much.
Star of the show.
So much. I'm like a sponge with so much information in there. And I'm going home to make up the toy, with the lamb skin and the balls, because I do that at home. I'm thinking, well, I can tie it to it. I've got it all worked out.
Are you going to do a back tie bungee?
Oh, yeah, I'm going to do it all.
Awesome, love the enthusiasm.
Totally recommend. Doesn't matter how much information you think you've got, you can always learn so much more.
And good answer.
They're the experts. They know it all, and they can explain it in a way you think, gee, I haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg yet. So, hey, never give up learning.
I love that.
Never give up.
Never know it all.
That's right. That's right.
And here we are. All right, we've just finished the seminar for the weekend, and I'm pretty tired. How about you?
Yes.
It's a very long weekend, but a very successful weekend, and loved every minute of it. We had lots of cool people rock up, and lots of cool little dogs that came through, of all different shapes and sizes, all different breeds, all different temperaments, all different drives and all that sort of stuff that went with it. A lot of the people that did bring their dogs did really well, especially from the start to the finish. A big change in some of their dogs in just a short amount of time. Yeah. Big shout out to Sam for rocking up. He talked his little heart out for the whole weekend. And I don't know about you, got a bit of a sore throat, yeah. Trying to talk really loud and above some of the dogs that have been barking here and there. But learned a lot, and even ourselves running the show, I mean, I learned a lot of Sam in the short amount of time, and I haven't really been in the working dog world in a little while, but it's good to be back in it because I really miss it, especially coming from the army background and serving with Sam back in the day at 2 Commando regiments, and shout out to all those boys. Really missing it, and it's
really cool to get back into the thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Back into it with all the working dogs. So yeah, it's cool. So lots of stuff that we went through, heaps of theory, lots of practical as well. Today was pretty much mainly practical.
Yep.
A few hours yesterday of going through the theories, but we plan it that way because it all sort of ties in together throughout the seminar and near the end as well.
I had a friend bring along his dog for the good times here as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, it was really good. Everyone that brought their dog, they did really well. They had a really good progression, and it's really hard to perform in front of a bunch of people in a new environment. So, you know, none of them really gave up or anything. They all tried to persist and fight through any dramas that we had or problems and really work through it all. So it was really good to see they stayed motivated.
Oh, it's a hard thing. Like I said to them in the introduction, the guys that brought their dogs. Proud of you guys for coming out because it is very hard to get in front of people and be judged and get critiqued. A lot of people don't like getting critiqued or judged, and having that pressure with a lot of other people around, obviously watching them, and obviously us picking them up on things that can be very hard. And like I said, like I did it in front of Bart Bellum once, a pretty well-known dog trainer, and that was very nerve-wracking, one of the hardest things that I ever did as well. So I appreciate them for bringing their dogs out. It is very challenging, but they did really well and gained a lot of confidence throughout the seminar in just a small amount of time, 2 days.
Yeah,
2 days. So lots of information. What is it? It's 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and we've been going since 8 o'clock this morning. So yeah, big couple of days.
Definitely.
Feeling good?
Yeah, feeling good. Happy with everything. It was a good result.
Yep, and Sam's come a long way. So he's travelled however many hours from down south, southern Queensland, in Albury, Wodonga, up to sunny Gold Coast, out in the bush near Bow Desert. So
Brought all your gear up with you?
Yeah, jumped on the plane and come all the way up. So it was a bit of a mission, but we got here and it's well worth it. So
yeah, now he's got a 5 days off before. What are you doing next weekend?
So at the PSA trial next weekend out at Canungra Showgrounds out there, I'll be one of the decoys for the competition. So if anyone wants to come check us out tomorrow at the Canungra Showgrounds on Saturday, 8 AM start. Everyone will be out there that's competing. There'll be a lot of other people that aren't competing that are just spectating.
I'm going to
be there.
Go check him out.
A couple of the guys that are here, I've sort of roped them in there, sort of got a bit of interest in the dog sport community now, so hopefully they can start to come out, look for a club, stay local out here and just check it out, see what it's all about. So it'll be really good.
So if you're ever interested in getting involved in our seminars in the future, definitely come check it out, because I think everyone got a lot out of it. We're like little superstars before. Everyone's wanting photos with us and all this sort of stuff, and giving us big hugs and all that sort of stuff. So it was really cool to see and makes you feel really good, obviously helping people in that world. So dog world's awesome, love it, wholly recommend it. So yeah, congratulations mate.
Thanks brother, appreciate it.
See you later.